I don't think life cares about the same things the world tells us to care about. The world asks questions like, where do you work? What have you accomplished? How much money do you make? Are you successful? And those aren't bad questions. I've asked myself every single one of them. I still care about growing. I still have goals. I still want to build a life I'm proud of. But I have noticed something. The moments of my life that shaped me the most had nothing to do with those questions. Life has been asking me completely different questions. Questions like, can people count on you? Can you apologize without defending yourself? Can you sit with someone who's hurting without trying to fix them? Can you admit when you're wrong? Can you start over when you need to? I feel like these are the questions that really need to be tested in life. No one ever gave me a checklist for these. But somehow, the moments tied back to these questions have changed me the most. You know what I started paying attention to? Not how smart someone is, not how successful they are, not even how funny or charming they are. The first things I notice now is, can I actually count on them? Can I build trust with another person? Do their words actually mean anything? Because trust is built when your words slowly become believable, when your actions keep matching them. I've met incredible successful people. People that everyone admires, that honestly I would not trust with my own feelings. Everything about them looked impressive, but I never knew where I stood. Then I've met people who don't have the fanciest career. They're not the loudest person in the room. They probably don't even realize the impact they have. But if my world completely fell apart tomorrow, I know exactly who I'd call. I've realized reliability is one of the most attractive qualities a person can have. Because when life gets hard, you need this in someone else. And I think this is something I never appreciated when I was younger. Can I admit something that really bruised my ego? I used to think that emotionally mature people always had the right answer. I thought they knew exactly what to say, exactly what to do, exactly how to handle every single situation. Now I think I had it completely backwards. Some of the wisest people I've ever met say things like, I don't know, I misunderstood, I reacted too quickly, I shouldn't have assumed that, I'm sorry. When I was younger, I thought apologizing made you look weak. I hated saying I'm sorry. Now I think that refusing to apologize is what actually makes you look insecure. 5 years ago, there's no way I would say sorry without overthinking it. I've learned though, saying sorry means you care more about the relationship than you do about protecting your ego. As I've gotten older, I've realized that being wrong is not the problem. We're all going to be wrong. The question is, what do you do once you've realized it? Do you defend yourself or do you get curious about improving it and actually take action on it? I've actually trusted people more after they've admitted that they were wrong because it's honesty that creates safety, not perfection. Here's something that completely changed the way I love people. For the longest time, I thought being a good friend meant fixing everything. If you came to me crying, I would immediately start thinking, what if you tried this? I have an idea. I listened to this podcast. Before you even finish talking, I would already be halfway through solving your problem. I thought that's what love looked like. Helping, fixing, making everything okay again. Then someone close to me said something that I'll never forget. They looked at me and said, I don't need advice right now. I just don't want to be alone. Sometimes advice isn't what people are asking for. Sometimes people don't need answers. Sometimes people just need someone to stay with them in the hard moments. And honestly, that's so much better. You just have to be present. I've realized that the people that have changed my life the most are not the people that gave me the best advice. They were the ones that made me feel like I didn't have to carry everything by myself. I think one of the healthiest things I've learned is how to laugh at myself. Now, it helps that I have a bit of a dark humor, but it wasn't always like that. I used to replay conversations in my head, wondering if I said something stupid, if I said too much, too little. If someone looked at me weird, I used to think about it for days. Then life started humbling me, again and again and again. You sent the wrong text, you waved at someone who wasn't waving at you, fought for someone who absolutely was not your person, made a decision that seemed brilliant at the time and looked ridiculous a year later. Eventually, you have a choice. You either carry those moments around as shame or you turn them into stories. I started choosing the story route, seeing moments as something to laugh about. I think people who can laugh at themselves usually aren't trying to protect an image anymore. They're just comfortable being human. And now, those are my favorite people to be around. Something else that really matters that no one really warns you about is growth can feel like grief. Everyone talks about becoming a better version of yourself. No one really talks about everything you have to leave behind in order to get there. Sometimes you outgrow friendships, not because anyone did anything wrong. You just became different people. Sometimes you outgrow dreams. Things you wanted so badly 5 years ago don't even fit the person you are becoming today. Sometimes you outgrow old habits, old beliefs, old ways of thinking. I used to think that changing your mind meant I had failed. Now I think changing your mind just means you've grown. Starting over isn't taking a step backwards. Sometimes it's the first honest decision you've made in a very long time. Trusting myself. Out of everything we've talked about, this one I'm still struggling with the most. I've always believed in other people almost too easily. If you're my friend, I'll encourage you all day. I'll remind you how capable you are. I'll tell you not to give up. I'll fight for your dreams like if they were my own. Why is it so much more easier to believe in everyone else than it is to believe in ourselves? I'm still figuring that one out. But I do know this. Believing in yourself isn't thinking you're better than everybody else. It's simply keeping the promises you make to yourself. Trusting that you'll figure it out. Trusting that one mistake doesn't erase everything you've built. Trusting that you're still worthy even while you're growing. You know, if you asked 20-year-old me what mattered in life, my answer would be completely different. I would have talked about marriage, children, a white picket fence family, success, having everything figured out, checking off the long checklist. Now, I don't think about those things nearly as much. Now I think, can people count on me? Do the people I love feel safe around me? Can I admit when I'm wrong? Can I stay when life gets messy? Can I laugh at myself? Can I trust myself? Now, those are the things people remember about us anyways. Not what we had, not what we accomplished, but how they felt after spending time with us. I think those are the things that I want to continue to get better at for the rest of my life. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe. I hope to hear from you in the comments. Adios. See you on the next video.